Toss time for the second semi-final of the CBFS Under-12 T20 tournament, and of course it's going to be a match between B Spartan and Tellicherry. We have with us the man who's going to double up as the umpire and the match referee, Mujahid, right at the centre. We have the captain of B Spartan, Fatur, and we have the captain of Tellicherry, Nakul. Fatur will spin the coin, Nakul will call.
Tails.
Tails is the call. It's a head. So, Fatur won the toss. What would you like to do?
We will elect to bat first.
Well, you want to bat first. What do you think will be a good score here?
120 plus.
120 plus. And ready for the semi-finals? Is there pressure?
Yes, a little bit, but we're fine. We can play well under pressure. We've done this before, and yeah.
And how does it feel to be on live television?
It also gives us a little bit more pressure because there's people from other countries watching, and yeah.
Good luck for the game.
Thank you.
Nakul, if you would have won the toss, what would you have done?
Yeah, batting same thing. Pitch looks dry. It's a bit of an experience for everybody else batting in a good pitch, and they've got a lot of experience like Hayan. He's gotten many good scores for the power play and for us, and especially Harsha. So yeah, I feel pretty good. It's okay. Bowling, batting doesn't matter.
And what do you think is a good total that you can chase down here?
120, 120 plus. If we have a good start in the power play, then we are good to go.
Okay then, and you also tell us about the live telecast. How does it feel being in front of so many people watching you back home?
It feels good actually.
Good luck for the game.
Thank you.
Lovely to see the enthusiasm of these little kids, no two ways about it. The news from the middle is that B Spartan have won the toss and they've elected to bat first. So those are the two sides. B Spartans will be out to bat first. Fatnur Rahman, Kairan Hubair, Advait Sriram, Baitullah Khan, Harshad Singh, Kanu Sajesh, Kartik Pillal, Ruwan Mithun, Turab Hassan, Umran Amar, and Arav Shetty. For Tellicherry, Nakul Rajoy, Priyansh Dhani, Harsha Bhanu, Hayan Nazir, Shravan Krishan, Kritish Subar, Brendan Kevan, Aditya Ahuja, Siddhant Srivastav, Samiksh, and Atreya Nambiar. So Tellicherry fielders are out, B Spartan opening batsmen are out, and we are all set for action to begin. And alongside me in the comm box is going to be Mr. K.R. Nair. Very good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Nishant. It has been a great tournament so far. Yesterday we enjoyed giving the commentary for the first semi-final, and the second starts now, and this is one of the two fine academies in the UAE, Tellicherry Cricket Academy and B Spartans, and B Spartans have this particular batsman Fatur is a fantastic hard hitter, a man who can really bat like Sehwag. You know, some of the strokes I have seen were amazing. And Tellicherry is being coached by a lot of young Tellicherry cricketers who have created waves here, and they train very hard and they groom them, and many of the players are also children of those who played for Tellicherry, you know, in the past. And
It's like a family legacy going on there in Tellicherry then.
Yes, exactly. And Tellicherry, as you know, is arguably the first place where cricket was played in India. And here we see the first ball outside the off stump, hit to covers and doesn't go for a single.
Yes, I heard a lot of good things about Fatur from quite a few people. And he has gone aerial, just land shot of the fielder there. Is off the mark. Straight away looking to hit over the top.
Is one batsman who enjoys hitting over the top, hitting over the ropes. He has the power. Sometimes he has surprised everyone. Harshad Singh faces, left-handed.
And Aditya straight away comes round the wicket. Oh, he's getting the ball to move in the air. Good stop. And Fatur wanted the single, sent back.
And that was an elegant looking stroke. Very good stroke too. Look at the way he went behind the ball and played it to the covers. Good fielding there. It's a good stance. Looks a very attractive batsman. Flicked in the air and they go for a single.
There's a little bit of nerves there, it seems, for Nakul, the captain. Standing at that long off position now. And Fatur hit the ball in the air towards long off. It didn't reach Nakul. He was very disappointed with himself. He thought he could have reached it. In the air and gone. What a start. What a magnificent start this is for Tellicherry here. And look at the delight on their faces.
This is indeed a prize wicket because he is a very, very dangerous batsman once he gets going. So they have every reason to celebrate that victory. He hit it in the air and the fielder at point made no mistake. Very well judged catch. It's lovely to see a huddle after a wicket. High-five slaps and all those which all these youngsters have seen on the television, and this is their chance to show it here and go home and watch how they celebrate their victory.
Yes, being a part of the pop culture is always fun. Kyron is the new man in. And almost chipping it back to the bowler there. There is another dot ball, end of a very good over from Aditya. He has picked up the prize wicket of Fatur. 1 over ball, it's 2 for 1. Brendan to bowl. Lot of air given there off the outside edge. They will pick up a single. We saw some very good leg spinners yesterday.
Yes. Brandon Kevin. Very good delivery. And they go for a quick single. Brandon, very calm and cool bowler, you must say, approaches the wicket that way. And the beauty is that he can bowl on a good line and length. It's a wide.
Yes, wides are 2 runs and the ball being counted as well.
So when I have to be very, very accurate, try and keep a good line and length. This time, play to the covers. No run. What I like about is the spirit with which these boys play.
I'm just looking at these kids. Under 12, that means must be studying in standard 6, 7.
Yes. And they all go for training. I've seen the Tellicherry train Al-Ali, I think, yes, Al-Ali ground. They have given some cricket ground there. I think it's Al-Ali, yes. Near the Lulu at Barsha. Next to that, they have a beautiful setup. And tossed up, steered towards the gully region and gets a single.
2 overs bowled, it's 7 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Since I report a lot of junior cricket, some of the players are very familiar, and especially B Spartans, they've been very, very consistent in certain tournaments. And Tellicherry, guided by some good coaches, they really sharpening themselves, good exposure.
Yes, that is why it is always good to have you around. You can give us a lot of insights on these cricketers.
Yes, and it is the enthusiasm, of a bunch of young cricketers to groom youngsters. That is also there.
Yes, that is also very important.
Yes.
Because they must be playing themselves as well. They must have aspirations of their own.
Yes. We saw Krishna Chandran. He is one of the coaches of the Tellicherry.
Krishna Karate?
Krishna Karate.
Oh, wow. Azhar was mentioning he is his gym trainer.
And this time flicked off the leg. And they go for 1. In fact, one of our commentators, Neil Oja, he trains the Simply Cricket Academy boys, and also I've seen him do the training at ICC Academy, all these.
Well, he's someone who has a lot of hats then.
Yes. And this time wide again.
He's an RJ, he's a cricket commentator, and now I get to hear he's a cricket coach as well.
He's a physio, trained physio.
Oh, well.
He is the fitness coach of the women's cricket team, UAE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Genuine all-rounder there.
Yes. And they're swept away. And they get a single. 11 for 1 in 3 overs. See Sharjah Cricket Academy giving their training under the watchful eyes of Kuram Khan, UAE former captain. And this time, tap and run. Good way to tackle the delivery. The beauty of having this live is that these children can save it for eternity. Show how they played at the age of 12.
And then whoever goes on to become a cricketer will have this file footage to narrate the success story.
Yes.
Helps in profiling as well.
I always used to say when I was in Indian Express in Bombay, Sachin Tendulkar, when he used to play, at those times when we go to the ground, they used to come with small pictures and all that, because we used to have a roundup. And later on we started running after him for his picture. That is the...
Well, that's how time changes.
But the way Bombay conducts Harris and Giles Shield is fantastic, and that's the kind of role now Sharjah cricket is doing. This junior cricket is very, very popular now.
Yes, we can see a lot of parents coming in, despite this being a working day, a lot of them coming in to watch this game and of course encourage their children. And that is so very important, support from the parents.
Yes, yes, very
At
much.
this age, without that, I don't think you can do anything in life.
When their children are on a stage, and the stage on which they are batting is not any, it's a historic ground. A ground on which the highest number of international matches have been played in the world. And it is on that stage these youngsters are batting. So it's very, very important.
Yes, this is definitely, if I equate it to mythology, one of my very good friends yesterday was on a video call at night when I was on a break. He's a big cricket fan, so I just showed him the ground. He was delighted to see, because I just showed him, okay, that's where Sachin hit that 6 to Kasparovich, and that's where Ganguly hit those sixes to a grand flower. So he was absolutely thrilled, and he made a very good analogy that if you in Hindu mythology there is a concept of Jyotirlingas. He said that if you equate cricket stadiums to Jyotirlingas, then definitely Sharjah is one of the prominent Jyotirlingas of cricket in the world. And of course, the others being Eden Gardens and Melbourne and Lords.
This is a great ground. Off the front foot, play to covers and they go for a single. Lovely to see them run with the shot. Good call.
And now that I've given the thought, I must give credit to the person as well, so that my good friend, his name is Avik.
Avik,
Yes, Avik Sen, a big cricket fan.
Oh, right.
Very good analogy by him there.
Well, played through the, goes to deep cover and gets a single. This is many people just come to see this ground because they have seen on television the great epic innings played here.
Yes, and I remember watching that sandstorm innings at a neighbor's place, because we didn't have cable connection at that point in time. And we watched that game because it was such an important game. We watched that game at a neighbor's place. Now, it was a very emotional moment when I came in here and to do commentary for the first day. From watching this ground on a neighbor's television to coming here and doing commentaries is quite an emotional journey, to be very honest.
I was, at those time, I was reporting from the downs. That was where the press box was there. Those were the days when the press box and the dressing room used to be close. So we could also please see the players come in and go to the dressing room after they get out.
This could be the first boundary. It will be the first boundary of the innings.
Very good shot. Harshad moves to 11. Kayon on 7. Very good stance. And this time he has hit in the air and falls little behind the fielder.
The lucky escape there for Harshad. 5 overs bowled is 24 for 1.
And this time Brandon is the bowler. Brandon has so far given 8 runs. The ball did turn and they go for a quick single. Brandon is able to turn the ball, and that is a delight to watch. So B Spartans won the toss and elected to bat a 25 for 1 in 5.2 overs as Brandon bowls. Outside the off stump, steered away through the gaps. They go for 1. They settle for a single.
It's good to see so many leg spinners coming through at such an age. And the kind of control they seem to be having is also absolutely phenomenal.
They bowl with bravery and they've landed the right spot. Look at that. They do bowl at the right spot which means they are training a lot. Otherwise, not easy to, it's not like net practice to come to the match and also bowl at the same good length spot. Look at this delivery, very, very well flighted. Played to deep cover and go for a single. Running with the shot has been the, once again the umpire does the usual job of tying the shoelace. Yesterday also we saw a few cricketers' shoelace coming off, and this time a very good delivery, steered to point, no run.
So 6 overs bowled, power play done, 27 for the loss of 1 wicket. Atreya into the attack, and he starts off with a no ball.
Oh, a real beamer, I should say. I think it slipped off his hand, Atreya. And this time positioned himself and hit it high. Fortunately, it falls on a no man's land. A very risky shot, but maybe he wanted to hit it for a 6, but not powerful enough to do that.
Yes, it was a free hit there.
Yeah.
Trying to take advantage of it, not taking it fully.
I think it's a wide. Yes, it's a wide again. Sometimes when things don't go right, it's always good to mark your run up. Start afresh. It's like taking fresh guard by a batsman. And this time steered through the point region, and it is stopped, and it is gone for a boundary.
So this is turning out to be an expensive over from Atreya.
Atreya wavering in length from the first ball. And it has been hit high and gone for another boundary.
So very expensive over this from Atreya. He will be disappointed because big occasion this. As a player, you always want to put your best foot forward, but sometimes might not just be possible.
Even in the highest level of cricket, it happens. And this time, flicked off the leg, goes straight to a fielder, and the crossover for the last ball of the over coming.
.40 for the loss of 1 wicket in the 7th over here. Very well bowled. It will remain at 40. Appeal there. Umpire not interested indefinitely. 7 overs bowled, 40 for 1. Shravan into the attack now. That's tickled away fine. They will pick up a single.
The Spartans consolidating their position after losing an early wicket. This partnership is going from strength to strength. Outside the leg stumps, swept straight to a fielder.
Swept again, swept hard this time. Fielder in the deep, puts in the dive, but
I think we'll have to wait and see. It's a boundary, yes. Runs are coming in force. Harshad looking very, very confident at 24. Kyron also settled. He's 13 or 15 balls as Ravan bowls. Or the backward this time again. What do you call short arm pull? And they go for a single. 2 more balls to go from this over.
Yes, both Harshad and Kyron are batting almost at a run a ball. So despite having picked up the wicket of Fatur very early. Oh, this could be...
That is a very, very soft dismissal. Everything looked like a slow motion. It was bowled down the leg side. Wanted to pull it. Look that he wanted to play a push. Landed up scooping to the wicket keeper, who took a dolly catch.
Yes, the bowler just turned around and looked at the umpire. It was a very imploring look. And the moment umpire nodded his head, he was delighted.
That's why everything looked like a slow motion here. Because as if the batsman also was not sure what he did. And the bowler also a bit surprised. Anyhow, all their doubts were cleared by the umpire, giving out. So that's the second wicket to fall. It was a good partnership. Harsha that played a nice knock. A knock of 24 of 26 balls. And Shravan bowls the last ball of his over. That's a wide. So, score 49 for 2 at the end of the 8th over. Shravan completes a wicket-taking over. Very good delivery on the leg and middle, played with all the respect that the delivery deserved.
Atreya into his second over. His first was a very expensive over.
Once again, he wavers in his length. It's a no ball. He's a bit upset that things are not going the way it should.
There's every reason to be upset, to be very honest. Because last over also he bowled a no ball.
Let's see what's going on with this. And that free hit could not be hit. I think a bit nervous, he has to cool down. Basically a bit anxious now because he has given away runs. This time, that's the delivery, that's a better delivery. Play to long on and they go for a single.
Going on at 6 runs and over now. In the 9th over.
Once again, the usual shoelace issue continues. We've seen schools cricket, always this happen.
These days these shoes come with an additional strap-on layer. So you tie the laces and then a Velcro strap is there. You just strap it on so the laces don't come off.
Yes. This time flicked onto the leg side. They go for one and they go for the second. And there's an appeal. But umpire says he's inside.
But despite the no ball, the second over has been slightly better for Atreya.
The Spartans have printed the name of the players on the back.
Yes, I did spot a few jerseys with players' names. That's good. Helps our scorer and graphics team. Oh, well bowled.
Oh, that's a lovely delivery. Beaten all hands up. Atreya is a good bowler. That must be the reason the captain has called him to bowl again. And this over has been a better over as he bowls his last ball of the over. Outside the off stump, steered to point. They go for a single. 54 for 2 in 9 overs. Kyron on 15 and Karthik on 3. Another plate to point, and they go for a quick single. Very good delivery. Plate two deep covers, and the score 55 for 2.
Very comfortably placed at this point in time.
Off the back foot, again steer to point, and they go for a single. Kyron on 16 faces Shravan.
Shravan into his second over, 1 for 11. He too has been expensive.
Flick to the leg. They go for 1. They wanted a second, but decides against it. 2 more balls to go from this over. And that will be the halfway mark of this innings.
Karthik on strike. Tossed up, looks to go for the drive. Upish, but safe. Another single taken.
Last ball of his over coming in. And that will be the halfway mark of the innings. Of the back foot, pulled away. Goes for a single. 60 for 2 in 10 overs.
And it's time for drinks. Ends changed. And that's the excitement of the cricketers there. That's not the camera, my dear friend, that you're looking at. The camera is on the ground, on the ground. So comfortable single taken this time. Karthik batting on 6. Will be on strike.
Kritish bowls, a good delivery, played to covers, and they go for a single. The score is steadily and strongly swelling. Kyran carries the task of taking them to a bigger total. This time hit powerfully to mid-off and takes a single. As Ritesh bowls off the back foot. And there was a lot of misunderstanding. Run, no run, then run. That is called no, no, yes, yes, no. And sometimes if the throw and the backing up is good, you might walk back to the pavilion. The last ball of the over comes. Full toss, but driven powerfully. And they go for an overthrow. And again there is a hesitation. Yes, no, yes. Lots of things happening. So, see, I think her brother is in action and watching from the pavilion.
Yeah, very difficult for the little one to really spot her brother. Mother helping in that.
The pigeons are on the prowl as the bowler is on the prowl for a wicket. And he plays to mid-on, backed up by a fielder, so they just get a single. Played to point.
Soft hands. So I'm pretty sure that despite losing Fatur early, they've managed to score runs at 6 and over. They'll be very happy about that.
Very true.
Walks down the track, a little bit like Robin Uthappa there.
You see, he went back after smothering the ball. He wanted a big shot, but then he understood that he has not positioned himself well and very intelligently played it back to the bowler.
We'll just keep the bowler guessing. A little bit of an intimidation tactic as well, that.
And this time he lifts it, falls short of the fielder, but they're good enough to get a single. This time swept very hard, well fielded and thrown back to the bowler. Outside the off stump. Played off the front foot. No run.
That's the end of the over again. 11 bowled, 65 for 2.
Played on the toes to mid wicket. All the parents watching the action.
Yesterday, even the audience was very fairly divided. To the right of the comm box were the supporters of one team, to the left of the comm box were the supporters of other.
And there is an appeal for run out. A relaxed day for most of them.
Must have taken leaves from work.
Lovely weather to watch the match. And British balls on the leg stump, driven firmly to long on, and they go for a single.
I remember in school and college, teachers got to know that I have a keen interest in the game. So whenever there used to be a match, India match going on in school hours, mostly when India toured Australia, that happened. So after the period breaks, I would be asked to go and check the score.
You know, when Eknath Solkar got his first century against West Indies, the radio commentary was on. And they are going for a overthrow. And one more they are taking, not being backed up. My God, a lot of things are happening here. very, very disappointing for Tellicherry. There was actually no run, landed up being taken 2 runs, and purely due to overthrow.
Both due to overthrow, yes. Yes, you're saying something about Eknath Solkar's
Yeah,
100.
Eknath Solkar's century, and it is on the radio. And you know, in the 90s, he stayed for a long time. I wanted his century and then go back to the classroom. And finally, I missed the period. And years later, when I met, later on in Bombay, I used to meet him regularly being a coach. So I told him, you are responsible for one of my school period to go because you took so long to reach your century. So he used to sit and tell us stories about how Pataudi encouraged him. And actually he believes that even that century was scored because Pataudi told him that you have the ability to score those runs. He can't, he is the son of a groundsman, and at those times when you get the player of the match award, and this has been hit high and caught at another wicket. Oh my, that's a great celebration. A Shoaib Akhtar style celebration.
It's got a lot of them mixed up there. A big jump like Andre Russell, then that final stay like the Afridis.
Yeah, Afridi. So actually Shoaib started this, and Afridi started it, and then Shoaib took it on, and there the catch.
Well, that was the celebration. Then suddenly he realized, oh, I picked up a wicket.
Yeah.
And then it begins.
Then he decided. I think he almost wanted to become
Imran Tahir.
Imran Tahir, and unless he would have. But if once Imran Tahir told, no, that he ran so much that he once in county cricket, he ran out and he went out of the ground. And finally he didn't know how to come back to the ground. The counties are, small, and there will be small openings. And it's not like stadiums where you have mounds you can sit and watch. So the new batsman has come in. Play to point.
Yes, Eknath Solkar, of course, one of the first star fielders of the country.
And remember, I was telling you about the man of the match. And when the man of the match at that time was some television or anything. And according to you sell the television and they distribute the money. And he's bowled. That's a good delivery. And another reason for him to celebrate.
Now that was more like Shoaib Akhtar. The aeroplane took off.
Yes. And he deserves to celebrate because 2 wickets he has taken in 1 over. This one brilliant, knocks back the leg stump.
There it is.
Yes. I think he has watched a lot of television, and this is the moment they have to do exactly like what the great stars do. This is their chance. This is the opportunity that Sharjah cricket has created. So I was telling about Eknath. and they sold the television. You know, usually it is, the television is sold when you win, and the prize money is distributed among the players. Nobody keeps it themselves. But when once the television came, Pataudi said, no selling, you keep the television. Because he knew that he doesn't have a television at home.
Yes, lovely anecdotes there. I once attended a camp of Mr. Eknath Solkar. He had come to Odisha for a 7-day camp. Learned a lot of good things. One thing that I heard from him, and then later on in 2004 I heard from Mohammad Kaif, very similar things, that they are good fielders because they enjoy fielding. They don't mind if they don't bat, but they want to field.
You know what is the secret? I asked John D. Rhodes, what's the secret of your fielding? He said, expect every ball to come to you.
Lovely.
This time hit in the air and brilliantly taken. What a catch! And this is another strike. My God, there is too much celebration.
This becomes football now.
Yes, I think football, and it looked like rugby when the man who took the catch. What a catch! But they need the confirmation from the umpire. So many things are happening here. From a strong position, the Spartans have slipped to 74 for 5, half the side back in the dugout.
3 wickets in the over for Ryan.
This time Ryan forgot to celebrate the Akhtar way, because all of them were after the fielder who took that magnificent catch. How quickly the match turned on its head. That's cricket. Arav Shetty is the new batsman. Excellent delivery. Good throw, direct hit. And that's the end of an eventful over. He has taken 3 wickets for just 5 runs from his 2 overs. Look at his analysis. 2 overs, no maiden, 5 runs, 3 wickets. And the other 2 wicket takers are Shravan, 1 wicket for 14, and Aditya, 1 wicket for 14. So from 73 for 2, they have slipped to 74 for 5. As at another run-out chance, a bit of a fumble. That was close.
Ryan absolutely thrilled. Has managed to pick up wickets. That's wide.
Ritesh. Had to get a wicket. 77 for 5. arrow faces. Oh, that's a good delivery. Moved a bit. Beat the batsman.
Excellent comeback this turning out from Tellicherry here.
Very good delivery on the spot, dug out and played back to the bowler.
Excellent over this from Kritish. Hardly given anything away here.
Played off the front foot. Brilliant effort to stop that ball. Good cricket all around.
Last ball of the 15th over.
Good slower delivery, played back to the bowler. So, end of the 15th over, 78 for 5. Steered to gully, no run. The Spartans had won the toss and elected to bat. And this time once played square of the point fielder and gets a single.
Yes, they won the toss, elected to bat. They got off to a disastrous start, losing their captain early, but recovered brilliantly. And after that, suddenly Ryan comes in, picks up 3 wickets in an over, a couple of tidy overs bowled, and they're looking down the barrel.
The advantage of Ryan is that he bowls on a spot. Good control over his bowling. A lot of concentration one can see when he delivers. See, and this time it's hit in the air. Fortunately, it falls behind the fielder. Two more deliveries for Ryan in this over as he bowls. And this time powerfully hit. And I don't understand what's going on. They have removed the stems. They went for a run that was not there. The bails had already fallen after the stroke was played because I think he didn't have a hand to it, but the ball hit the stumps. The bails were off. Look at that. It hit the stumps and then casually walks for, and then they decide not to go for that run. And you know what happened is he uprooted the wicket before the ball came to him and then touched it and showed it. That's what happened.
There are still two other stumps. He still could have actually had the time to pick up the other stump.
Yeah, you have to pick the stump with the ball and not pick the stump first and then collect the ball and touch it. That's where it went wrong.
Learn that.
This is all lessons we will learn. In fact, while I was doing umpiring class, that's the time I thought many cricketers should also be taught umpiring, you know, a bit of, at least make them attend umpiring classes. It's very, very useful. There are many, many tricky situations. It can save matches.
Absolutely. They should exactly know what the laws are.
And also, it's very, very important for the captains and coach and everyone to sit and discuss the playing conditions and the rules. In fact, England would not have won the World Cup had that was done by New Zealand. They didn't know the highest number of boundaries hit can result in a World Cup being lost.
Absolutely. This is something that they will be very, very disappointed with going forward.
I was reporting that match and I was wondering, even I didn't know and none of the journalists knew what could be the result.
Well, he backs away there.
The umpire is having a discussion. I think he has completed his quota of overs. Yes, that's what has happened. Yeah. They had to keep a check on the number of overs, I think. So a new bowler comes in. Siddhant to bowl. Umran on 3, Arav on 4. Runs have not been coming for the last few overs ever since a few wickets fell. This time a slash and caught behind. Siddhant strikes right away. Umran departs.
Yes, this will be a little bit of a disappointment here for Umran, and they've really completely missed the trick here. Just lost their way altogether. Now they're running the risk of not managing to get to a good total.
82 for 6. Slash. And is caught behind. Between 70 and 80, I think at least 4 to 5 wickets have fallen. 4 wickets have fallen. And runs are not coming. That's the way you can claw back into a game. Tellicherry shows that.
Excellent comeback. This, I have to give him all the credit.
Turab is a left-hander as Sithan bowls. Flicks off the leg side and gets a single off the mark.
Turab getting off the mark there.
And a full toss has been hit high straight to a fielder, and it's a no ball. Yes, it was basically because of the height, and it's a free hit.
Yes, there was an opportunity there, but then a no ball, can't do much about it. Has to be called.
Wicket keeper in a bit of pain, or what is it? In under 12 match, the umpires have to also turn into teachers, and there he does the usual job of tying the lace, which is another job in under 12 cricket. I think this is the second time the umpire has to do that.
A lot of time taken to finish the innings. 1 hour and 20 minutes already.
And there's a run out. Bit late. I think they need to speed things up. Very, very slow.
Comfortably home.
Driven firmly. Beats a fielder and gets a single. Two more balls to go in this over. 87 for 6. Sithan, who got a wicket off the very first ball. And this time hit in very powerfully on the leg side. Well covered up. They go for 2. Sithan starts off his bowling action by it looks like he informs the wicketkeeper he is going to bowl. And this time it's been hit in the air and a brilliant catch has been taken. Very good catch.
The catching has been absolutely top-notch.
So Sithan gets yet another wicket, I think. Yes. Yes, it's in the air. He takes it and yes, the ball is in control.
He got into a little bit of awkward position there when he landed.
Yes.
But thankfully, no damage done.
And the batsman takes the long walk back to the dugout.
"17 bowled, 89 for 7.
Kanu is the new batsman.
So 7 down, number 9. Into the middle now.
And a lovely delivery on the spot. Played cautiously by Arav.
Ryan is a 3 for 9. He's got 5 more deliveries.
And it has been hit in the air. Is a fielder coming under it? No. It falls on the no man's land. And they go for one and they go for the second. So the score enters the 90s now. 91 for 7. And dropped. It did take the edge, slashed, took the edge. Good effort. He moved in a little more movement. He could have taken the catch. He did anticipate that the ball might edge, but not moved far enough to have control over that delivery. So Ryan's chance of getting a 4th wicket goes Avery as he bowls. This time, and what a catch that is! What a catch! What a catch! 100 spectacular catch. A catch which would make even Jaunty Rhodes or Eknath Solkar proud.
Yes, terrific stuff this from the little man.
Remarkable catch.
Beautifully done.
Look at that. He went for the shot. And what a judgment. What a catch. A snap of that catch should be kept in his drawing room as a remarkable display of a fine catch that he took.
So that is 8 wickets down now. More trouble.
So Ryan takes his 4th wicket. He has 2 more deliveries. Can he complete a fire? 5-4. And that was on the middle stump, played towards mid-on, goes for a single. The final delivery comes. Can he get a wicket?
Let's wait and watch. But what a spell it has been from him. 4 for 14.
And if he does, he deserves to celebrate the Shoaib Akhtar way. And this very good delivery, played correctly and gets a single to mid-off.
18 overs bowled, 95 for the loss of 8. Right up there this time, that's been dug out. So dot ball.
Siddhant, who has taken 2 wickets already. And dropped. And the run out chance, and that's run out. Everything happening here.
Is the captain missing out on taking the catch there, but ensuring that he holds himself well, doesn't fret too much.
Look at that. And then was quick enough to give a run at the ball, recovers well to hand over or throw the ball to the bowler. Actually, he didn't throw the ball, he rolled the ball.
It's just an underarm, soft.
Yeah. So, the last wicket there. And there is... And he stumped. A brilliant finish by Tellicherry. Siddhant gets his 3rd wicket. Stumped by an alert wicket-keeper Ryan. From a very strong position, these Spartans cracked to the tight bowling of Tellicherry. Now they will have to really fight it out. They could have had a total of much beyond 100. So this is the batting lineup. Harshad 24. We saw Fatur get out to Aditya very early. Kyron on 26. This was the partnership that took the team to a strong position. After that, Ryan struck to dismiss Karthik for 10. And also Advait for a duck. And Umran was also caught by Ryan off Siddhant for 3. Arav caught by Sravan off Ryan for 10. And Turab got out, caught by Sravan by Siddhant for 4. So, and the last, we saw that run out by Siddhant. And in the end, Ruvan remains unbeaten on 1. And Baitullah, you saw, stumped brilliantly by wicketkeeper Ryan.
As far as the bowlers were concerned, The last two bowlers coming in to bowl were the pick of the bowlers. 4 for 15 for Ryan and Siddhant, 3 for 7. And a wicket apiece for Shravan and Aditya as they were bowled out for 95. From 73 for 2 to 95 all out. The target for Tellicherry Cricket Academy is 96 in 20 overs, beg your pardon. And of course, we'll dive into a short break and we'll come back with the run chase.
So Tellicherry batsmen are out to chase those runs. Desert Cup, B Spartans will have to really bowl hard. If they have to reach the final and take on Desert Cups, who have already reached the final, defeating Simply Cricket yesterday in the first semi-final. Fatur is bowling the first over. Brilliant delivery out. There is a stumping chance. Appeal. Turn down. Good delivery. Very eventful start, eventful first over ball. As Fatur bowls, he makes some field adjustments, wants the cover to go a bit deep. On the spot, played correctly.
So Fatur, the captain, opens the bowling, opens the batting.
A flighted hit in the air through the gaps. The ball racing towards the boundary, cut off. They go for two. Samiksh is the batsman. Harsha is at the other end. As Fatur bowls. Very well played to the gully region.
Tidy start here for Fatur. Just those a couple of runs that too came off the outside half of the bat.
The leg side turned away neatly. Go for one and they go for the second. I think he fell down a bit awkwardly. It looks like he is injured. As Fatur bowls, this time steered past the point fielder. They go for a single.
There was a lot of hesitation there, but finally they finished the single. It's 5 without loss after the first over.
This time, the back foot wanted to play square of the wicket. Samiksh is on 5. Harsha is there to open his account as Bayatullah bowls. Once again, tapped to point.
Samiksh on strike. Nicely played. A little bit of turn there for Bayatullah.
Pulled beautifully, but straight to a fielder. Elegant looking shot. Picked it well, but not powerful enough to go to the boundary.
Yes, boundaries have not been very easy to come by that we've seen. I think it was that one over in which they got quite a few boundaries in that first innings.
Wanted a single to covers, but sent back by Samiksh. Harsha wants to get off the mark.
Excellent over so far. Just the one run. Turn there for Bayatullah Peel. But that was definitely hitting the pads outside the off stump. Can't be given out. 2 overs bowled, 6 without loss. Well, another occasion where we see a catch dropped, but a run out happening.
This is basically because the fielders are alert, and that is what makes the difference. So the first wicket falls. A direct hit. That's what has happened. Once again, right away, the umpire is at the shoelace. This is actually today umpires have bagged a hat trick of tying shoelaces.
Yes, quite a lot of that happening.
I think before the batsman comes or the bowler, it's always good for the umpires to have a look at their feet before they play their footwork.
Yes, just to ensure there are no unnecessary injuries. You don't want these little kids who are just starting off their cricketing careers to be marred by injuries.
One of the most important things in cricket is having your shoes intact, and if you are a good fast bowler, having all the studs. Years ago, in a match in which Tamil Nadu versus Kerala, I was watching, and this time hit high in the air, and that may go for the boundary. No, cut off, and they go for two. One shot, they get only a run. The umpire signals one shot.
No, this is a first that we've seen. The one shot. Definitely they would want to be very sure about what they're doing.
And Samiksh plays very correctly and perfectly. The fifth ball. Oh, that's played in the air and a catch. Samiksh plays an up his shot, and Fatur strikes. Tellicherry lose the second wicket for 8. Samiksh plays an unwarranted shot that was not to be played, hit in the air and loses his wicket.
Brilliant catch again. You've seen some wonderful fielding. As Fatur, who didn't really get runs, is just trying to contribute with the ball. And he has done very well so far. Second wicket down for just 8 runs. Early trouble here for Tellicherry.
And we were talking about the Kerala Tamil Nadu match when Venkatrakavan was the captain and Kalyana Sundaram, my opening bowler, was bowling. And I think it's OK Ramdas who hit 2 boundaries of him. And suddenly he turned, called Kalyana Sundaram and asked him to show his boots. And he had the 2 studs missing in it. So shrewd was Venkatrakavan as a captain that he could make out that his bowler is not bowling at his best because he doesn't have 2 studs.
Lovely stories those. That's what experience is all about.
And this time, very well played, covered himself well, good delivery. Eight for 2 at the end of the 3rd over. As Baitullah bowls, didn't want to play it to the covers but mistimed it. Baitullah bowled a brilliant last over, so far has given away only 1 run. Shot outside the off stump, cut away, they go for a single.
So lots of singles at this point in time.
It's very, very important for the batsman to maintain the run flow.
Yes, I think when you've lost early wickets, that's what you want at the end of the day. Pick up those singles and try and put pressure as much as you can.
Place and run is an art. Finding the gap is also a skill that has to be developed. Understand the field and play. Outside the off stump, cut away through the gaps, but not strong enough to beat the fielder. They take a quick single. The score goes to double figures.
The good thing for Tellicherry right now is the fact that they still need less than a run a ball. They can't afford to lose any more wickets here.
And once again, cut to the point. And there is a mix-up again, but fortunately this time he regains the crease.
I just get a feeling that the fielder there didn't clip the bails off. He should have.
Oh, that was a beauty of a delivery that came in. A lot of things the children can learn from this match. We saw a run out, how he did not get run out. And also last over we saw a one shot. It's very, very important to ground the bat inside the crease.
Can't take those things lightly at all.
These are all basics of the game. As Fatur bowls, a brilliant delivery, played well by Nakul. The skipper needs to play a captain's knock, and this time hit in the air and over the fielder, and races and goes to the boundary. So we see a boundary after a long time. Nakul did not hesitate to go for that shot. I like the style with which he stands in the crease. That shows confidence.
Yes, although that wasn't very well timed. Hayan and Nakul together.
And once again hit in the air, this time more perfectly, more well timed, better shot, and that it goes for 2 consecutive boundaries. Captain to captain, and Tellicherry captain dominates.
He's doing a fine job here.
This kind of shots are needed to ease the pressure, and beautifully played through the covers, beat the cover fielder, and they go for a single. Fatur bowls. On the leg side, turned away, they go for one. They might get two, and they may even try for a third, but decides against it. So well turned, well done.
Couple of boundaries there in that over as well.
And this time played off the front foot. Straight to a fielder, no run. So end of the third over, 22 for 2. Tellicherry should understand that there were a lot of balls to score the required runs. 74 needed from 90 balls. And this time, off the back foot. No run. Baitullah has been brilliant so far, given away only 4 runs. And this time, oh, pulled away beautifully. What a shot. That's a class shot, I must tell you. Elegance all along the way. Look at that shot.
Yes, Nakul seems to be on a roll. Brilliantly done there.
That shot would have even made a senior cricketer proud.
Yes, absolutely. Just got into the line of the ball and made sure that he hits it.
And shot played past the point fielder, gets a single. This is what is needed when 2 wickets are down. A positive approach, keep the scoreboard moving. And there hand plays, and what a shot! Beautiful shot, very well picked, but there was a fielder in the deep. Just gets a single.
But Nakul providing some momentum here.
Baitullah bowls. Very good shot. And they cross over for a single. The last ball of the over remaining. And this time you wanted to hit through the mid wicket, misses.
Six overs bowled then, 29 for 2, power play done. Fatur to bowl his final over here. Starts off with a single.
He decided to complete his quota of over. He's given away 18 runs. of the back foot. Play to point. Knuckle on 18, high and on 4, score 30 for 2. On the leg side and beautifully hit, and that's racing to the boundary. Elegant looking shot. What a shot. Look at the way he picked it. Class shot. In top form. That's a brilliant innings that this boy is playing.
Yes, 22 or 14 deliveries. It's not just the way he has got the runs. It's also the way, the confidence with which he has got the runs. Shots that he has played.
He stands in the crease with confidence and bats with the extreme confidence. That is what is needed. Brilliant shot so far. And this time turns it towards the leg side, wanted a single. Turned down by Hyan. As Pathur bowls, this time driven with lot of power to mid off, and they go for a single. Hyan on strike.
Final delivery of Fatnur's spell. And inside edge onto the pads there. End of the over, 7 bowled, 35 for 2.
And hit with a lot of power, but no run. Baitullah also bowls his last over. He has bowled very well, giving away only 11 runs so far. Oh, that ball turned and cut away for a single.
Lot of turn there.
Very good turn.
And batting on 4 of 9. Drives it well, gets it into the gap. That should be a boundary for high, and it is.
That's a shot that deserves a pat on his back. What a lovely shot. Played all along the ground with elegance. Inspired by his captain, who is batting at the other end fluently. 40 for 2.
Yeah, he's batting at a different level altogether. Nakul.
And that was an unwarranted shot. And gets clean bowled.
He's looking to go for the slog sweep. He had just got the boundary in that previous delivery. And absolutely didn't need to play that shot across the line like that. But he does so and is Clean bowled.
Is very, very disappointed, and is rightly so. He had played a lovely shot, and that's how you learn.
So 40 for the loss of 3 wickets now.
So Baitullah gets his reward for his tight bowling. Hope his shoelaces seems to be intact.
In the last over, he picks up a wicket. Baitullah.
2 more deliveries to go. Can he strike again? Well left. Excellent judgment. Priyansh is the new batsman. Covers his wicket and leaves it alone.
Last ball of the over. Well bowled, driven, past the fielder inside the circle. But there is protection in the deep, so just a single. 8 bowled, 41 for 3.
The current run rate is a good over 5. The required is only just above 4. 55 needed from 72 deliveries. As Kanu bowls, brilliant delivery, beats the batsman outside the off stump.
So first over for Kanu here.
Like to point, and they go for a single and fumble. There was a run out. There was a run out chance. A fumble. Lot of drama there.
Yes, I think missed out on that one. That was a good opportunity to get a run out.
And they would have lost the wicket, I think, of Nakul, who is batting fluently. And this time, cut to point. And once again, they have to be clear about running between the wickets. Call and run. Desert Cubs are B Spartans are fielding very well. And this is steered past the point. Kanu is bowling a very tight length, not giving anything away.
Just a 1 run so far in this over. Couple of deliveries remaining. the outside edge straight to the fielder. Dot ball again. Final ball of the over from Kanu.
Beautifully hit, very well picked. I think it did cross the boundary. Yes, that was very, very sporting of the fielder to do that. He admitted that the ball had crossed. So the over was bowled very well, but it ended in a 4 being hit of the last ball. So 46 for 3 at the end of 9th over. And this is played off the front foot. And a fumble by the skipper. No run but. Karthik is the bowler. Bowls to Priyansh on 2. Hit in the air, but will nevertheless get a single.
I think after the early trouble, they've really recovered well thanks to Nakul. And have managed to make sure that they're ahead on the run rate. Others seem to be struggling with the bat. Nakul has made batting look very easy.
What I liked is the way he picks his shots. Very, very good. Judgment. Overall his confidence at the crease as Karthik bowls. Hit in the air but safe. Goes for a single. "48 for 3, 48 runs needed." Played off the front foot, past the point fielder, goes for a single. They cross over for the second.
And one shot again.
Very, very surprising why this is happening. It would have been 50 had it not been a one shot. Now 49 for 3 as Karthik bowls. Misses outside the off stump.
Last ball of the over. It's driven straight back. But mid-off will cut it off. They pick up a single. 10 overs bowled. It's 50 for 3. Time for a drink. So Nakul continues to get the runs. Has moved on to 31 of 23. Yesterday we saw a fine half century as well. And he's gone for it again. There is a fielder there and it lands short of him and trickles over him for 4. So 39 to win of 55 deliveries. It's getting quite comfortable now. Short ball pulled. Straight to the fielder, single taken. "11 overs bowled, it's 58 for the loss of 3 wickets. In the air again, into the gap. Just a single. Nakul wanted the strike. I think he is now looking to continue putting pressure on B Spartan.
Nakul has transformed the course of the match through his fine shots. As Kanu bowls on the leg side, that is what is needed. Turn for a single, give his captain the strike. That's the role of a batsman who plays second fiddle. And when someone is in full flow, it's always better to give that batsman the strike. As Kanu bowls. And this has been hit high and falls short of the fielder. Very confident shot that was. He knew the fielder was deep. 61 for 3, Esprian's face. This time, oh, there is a run out. A total mix-up. And what has happened is the bowler hit the, got
Well, I'm a little surprised as to how is Nakul, the man, going out.
Because the bowler collided with Nakul, his bat went off. So he tried to regain the bat instead of going for the run.
Now this could be trouble.
However, at a very early age, such exhibition of disappointment with abuse of the bat is not a good one to do, which he has to learn it. In tennis, you would have got racket abuse. Fortunately, so far in cricket that hasn't happened, maybe because the cricket bat is harder and than the tennis racket.
Yes, absolutely.
And this time he hit it over the air, over the fielders, in the air. That was a very, very good innings that was played by Nakul. A fine captain's knock that put his team on the driver's seat. An appeal for caught behind.
Now Priyansh has to do that or double the job. 12 overs bowled, 62 for 4.
Once again a run-out chance. In this match we have seen a lot of misunderstanding in running between the wickets. I think the coaches have to take special classes over this. And this time hit high and an easy catch. And Tellicherry lose their 5th wicket. Ritesh hits Kanu high into the hands of mid-off. The follow wicket of Nakul has resulted in Desert Cups getting back into the game. The match was slipping away. Now they need a batsman like Nakul to lift the team out of trouble. Half the side back in the dugout. They have lots of balls to score those runs, but what is important is to score those runs.
34 of 46, still less than 5 and over the required rate.
Brandon is the new batsman.
Appeal for a caught behind, umpire not interested.
Umpire not interested and the batsman least bothered about it too. And this time outside the ostrum he left it alone. He felt it so wide and asked the umpire. And this time played very well, past the point. They go for one, they get only a single. That is what is needed. Call and run, look for the runs, but make sure to go for the run where there is a run.
Seven of 14 for Priyansh.
And another catch, and that's an hold it out to the captain. Kanu gets his second wicket. Tellicherry lose their sixth wicket.
Yes, this is absolute downhill stuff from Tellicherry now. 13 overs bowled, 63 for 6.
And it is too wide outside the off stump, but not wide enough to make the umpire declare it as a wide. Karthik loses his run up. There are many lessons that the batsman should be told and taught so early, and one of them is not to interfere with the umpire's decision on calling a wide. Leave it to them.
Yes, absolutely. Not your job. Your job is to bat.
And this time drives. And once again, a run-out chance, but fortunately, they didn't go for the run, which was not there.
Now this is getting close. 33 of 40.
And this time, lifted to the leg side. They go for a single. Brandon and Shravan are at the crease. And once again played in the air and going for a single, which was not there. Feel unnecessarily mounting a lot of pressure. Look at what has happened. The number of balls needed to reach the target is falling down drastically. And this time played it on the leg side. They might get one. Two more balls to go from this over.
Brandon on strike. Final delivery of the over. Good stop. That will be the end of the over. 14 bowled, 65 for 6.
31 from 36 balls. Good drive, beats the fielder, and the ball goes for the boundary. This is good shot, played towards the leg side. Didn't connect it properly. I thought it would fetch a few runs.
And the boundary that came of the previous ball was a much needed one.
Another job from the umpire to ensure that the pads are in place. Multitasking for umpires. As Umran bowls, a wide delivery. Too wide. .72 for 6.
24 of 33 needed.
And this time wanted to pierce the offside cordon. Look at that, how he has packed the offside. A point, a gully, a point, a cover, extra cover, a mid-off. And Umran bowls. And this time hit over the fielder, and that races to the boundary. What a lovely shot. Brandon executes a lovely shot.
Yes, very, very nicely played there. Packed offside field. He decides to go over the top. Gets a boundary to his name. And now just 20 needed of 31.
That's brave batting. See, this kind of hits changes the tempo of the match. And another wide. Weber's in his length.
That'll be the end of the over. 15 overs bowled, 78 for 6.
So once again, Tellicherry clawing its way back into the game. 18 needed from 30 balls. And this time, once again, hit over the top, but this time by Shravan. Superb shot.
Yes, a very good shot there. 14 needed now of 29 deliveries.
Shravan. And this time has been hit high in the air. The catch is dropped. A very, very crucial drop at this stage of the match. Lucky escape. They go for 2 runs too. Brandon faces Kanu. And there is a didn't appeal outside the off stump.
13 of 27 needed now.
Umran is very disappointed, but that's all part of the game. And this time picks the gap, but there is a fielder. They get a single.
Goes for the big shot this time. Gets it into the gap.
Well, I think they got 2 for that. Tellicherry inching towards victory as Kanu bowls. Taps it on the offside. No run. 11 needed from 25 balls. 85 for 6 at the end of the 16th over. As Karthik bowls, a good delivery, excellent line and length, played with respect by Shravan.
Yes, now I think they realize that they are in firm control of the game. No problems really. Shravan batting on 12 of 8.
Fails to beat the fielder.
Couple of dot balls here.
All they need is to wait and wait for the runs. There are enough deliveries to get those runs. B Spartans have to go for the kill, and this time Ege beats the fielder but will get 2. Good drive from Shravan.
Nine needed runs required in single digits now.
There's no need to play these kind of shots when only 9 runs is needed, and there are 20 balls to get those. All you have to do is just steer the ball, take those singles, and you will reach the target. Hope he doesn't commit any mistake Once again,
some movement there for Karthik.
yes,
It's been a good spell from him, none for 12 in his 4th over.
he has bowled very, very well. The last ball of the over coming. Brandon should stay there. And this time he has hit it high in the air. Lucky for him that it fell beyond the fielder, further away from the fielder. Fatur is disappointed that he couldn't get to it. 8 from 18 balls. Risky shots should be avoided and could be avoided as they are not needed at this stage of the match. As Advait bowls, played in the air.
As they're picking up the runs at every available opportunity now. They do not want to stretch this too much. Seven more needed to win this game. Advait bowling his first over here. Nicely driven, but straight to the fielder. No chance of a run this time.
I like Advait's run-up and approach to the crease. Excellent traits of a budding. Look at the run, excellent. And it has been hit high and past the fielder and goes for a boundary.
Yes, just 3 runs away from a victory here now and a place in the finals. And they're getting ready.
They're all set to celebrate their entry into the final. Brandon has to restrain his desire to play an risky shot, and this time he has hit it beautifully, but no run. Actually, it was a nice shot.
Very good shot, but straight to the fielder. 3 of 14 now. They were really just got into a bit of a slump when they lost those quick wickets. 6 down. Still quite some distance to go. Shravan and Brandon have put together a very crucial partnership.
Once again, I think 5th time the shoelace has been tied. As Advait bowls the last ball of the over and is bowled.
Advait strikes here. Brandon looking to swing across the line. Misses and is out bowled. And the new man in walks in and gets a lot of advice from the coach. Brandon departs for 11 of 18, 3 needed to win.
3 runs needed. Advait bowls the last ball of his over. And there is an appeal and he is leg before.
Okay, then this match is not yet over, it seems. 8 wickets down now. Advait picks up 2.
This is exactly what we told when there were a lot of runs. There was no need for adventurous shots. But the batsman kept on doing it. And here Siddhant is trapped leg before by Advait. 3 runs needed, but only now 2 more wickets are needed for the Spartans to win it. These are all a learning curve for these youngsters. How you can lose or win a match. And this time hit in the air, and that is beautifully hit over the fielders, and they win the match. Shravan is on 20 of 15 balls. They reached the target in 18.1 over. So Tellicherry Cricket Academy win by 2 wickets to reach the final. The Spartans are disappointed. They did put a good fight. They put a challenging total. They got off to a good start but slipped off. And that's Tellicherry's batting. Samiksh got out for 8. Harsha run out for duck. And Nakul played that beautiful knock of 38 of 28 before getting run out. Hayan scored 9. Priyank's 7. Kritish 1. But Brandon played a responsible knock of 11, but it was Shravan who carried the team to the target with an unbeaten 20 before Siddhant got out leg before to Advait for a duck, and they reached the target in 18.1 overs and won the match. From the bowling point of view, we have Fatur, who gave away 12 runs and gave away 23 runs from his 4 overs and got a wicket. Baidullah bowled 4 overs too and got 1 wicket for 17. Kanu bowled very well to take 2 wickets for 21, and Advait was also fantastic to get 2 wickets for 5 runs. And look at the follow wickets. You can see earlier they lost 3 wickets for 40, and then there was a good partnership which took the score to 61, and then again wickets fell in succession. Then there was that partnership which took the score to 93, and in the end they won in 18.1 overs, and that Tellicherry is in the final now. So Tellicherry Cricket will meet Desert Cups in the final.